Hey there, Caddo High School math teachers. Roger Vance here with the official unveiling of our new curriculum materials for the 2018-19 school year. As you can see on the screen, our selection is SpringBoard from the College Board. Also notice the courses affected through the adoption: Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and PreCalculus. And as you can probably guess, the PreCalculus materials will also be used for our advanced math courses across the district. The website's there at the bottom of the screen. We'll be referring back to that at the end of the presentation. But welcome to SpringBoard. Well, let's talk about what it is. SpringBoard is an instructional program developed by teachers and published by the College Board. SpringBoard materials come in print and digital format and are fully aligned to Louisiana student standards for math according to our Department of Education. But coming from the College Board, you might guess that they are also fully aligned to advanced placement coursework and to the SAT. As a teacher, you will receive complete access to the SpringBoard digital platform, printed teacher materials, and printed consumable student materials. Now what that means, if you're not familiar with consumable materials, that means that you'll get a new set of student books every year. The books are soft cover. They're meant to be written in. They have actually, each page has a section of grid paper on which students are meant to take notes. But it also looks like a textbook in a lot of ways inside too, because it's got examples and explanations and vocabulary and definitions. So we're really excited about this new way to produce student materials, and it's going to give you a lot of flexibility as a teacher. The pages are also perforated, so you can opt to send home 2 pages or 1 page or whatever it is, as opposed to an entire textbook. So why are we doing this? Well, it's become a requirement of the Louisiana Department of Education that we use what they have determined to be Tier 1 curriculum resources. Our Glencoe textbooks that we purchased several years ago do not qualify as such, but SpringBoard has received that rating. This Tier 1 status provides assurances of alignment to standards, assessments, rigor, and any other components that the state has laid out for us regarding the high school math programs that we have. Just so you know, during the 2017-18 school year, 3 Algebra 1 teachers at Southwood High School have already been conducting a pilot in their classrooms. Their feedback continues to be extremely positive. In November of 2017, we had 18 Caddo High School math teachers show up for a preview of materials from SpringBoard. We had representatives from SpringBoard and the College Board show up for that to help make sure we had a clear picture of what SpringBoard math curriculum materials are about. And again, feedback was overwhelmingly positive. 2 weeks after that meeting, those same teachers received access to a preview version of SpringBoard's online platform and the resources there for a more in-depth look. And since that time, I've been out in classrooms and we've had professional development sessions where I've shown the student and teacher print materials. Feedback again has been almost exclusively positive. We've tried to address questions where we can, and I really encourage you, if you have any concerns about this at all, please let me know. We want this adoption to be seamless. We want it to be something that's smooth and easy for you as a teacher so that you can be at your best for your students. So the only way we can do that is to hear from you. And if you see any hint of a potential red flag, of a potential problem, if you have any questions or concerns or any negative criticism, we really need to hear that. I'm not going to take it in a bad way, because if we don't hear that, then I'm going to be a little concerned that there may be some things we've overlooked. So please let me hear from you. You've got a Google form that was linked in this email as well, where you can provide feedback, and of course you know how to get in touch with me through texting and email and whatever else. You know my phone number. So please contact me in the way that it's most convenient for you, particularly with any concerns that you have. What we have seen so far is we really believe that this is going to provide ease of implementation for you as a teacher. The online and printed resources have been found to be very teacher friendly. The total alignment, as indicated by the State Department of Education, will allow us to follow the curriculum exclusively with no need for supplements. We don't expect to have to change the order of any units or chapters to align to assessment, so we're really excited about that. And that in itself will simplify things greatly as compared to the last couple of years. We're also excited about this flexibility that's going to come to you as a teacher and your students regarding the method in which you can deliver this material. As I indicated, this material can be administered 100% online. Students can do assignments online. Students can turn in assignments online. A lot of it's graded by the computer. Instructional materials are online and can be sent directly to your presentation system that you have in your room. But they also can be administered, this material, 100% paper. So if you don't have the technology, if that makes you uncomfortable at this point in time before you've been trained, then you could teach this entire course through SpringBoard 100% paper, through using traditional, our student materials and your teacher material that you have through your paper teacher edition. What I expect to happen is that there's probably going to be a combination of that, because very few teachers have access to devices and computers every day. But most of you have some access, and I hope you'll schedule that and plan for it as much as possible. It's also going to depend on the students you teach as to how many you think would actually complete an online assignment. So that's going to be left up to your discretion. I hope you'll utilize the digital resources as much as possible, but it's really going to be up to you as to the ratio of digital to paper that you use. So we like that flexibility that it'll bring. One new component to SpringBoard, it's not new to SpringBoard, but it's new regarding our state, is Desmos. So our State Department in January announced that Desmos graphing calculator was going to be implemented and incorporated into our testing platform for the spring test this year. Well, turns out SpringBoard already has Desmos incorporated into their digital platform, so that's going to be one exciting tool that is going to be shown up. It's a nice connection between the two pieces, our SpringBoard curriculum materials and our Louisiana State testing platform. So let's go very quickly as to our timeline here, how this is going to roll out. First of all, the digital material is available to you to preview right now. You're not going to be able to use this. It's a special preview site that they've granted access to Caddo here. But there you see the link on your screen. It was also in the email along with the username and password. There's also a 5-minute video, a link to that video in the email that I sent you, and that goes through the digital math tool, so it's kind of cool to see that video and get your mind wrapped around it a little bit better. I'm going to also post all this material on our caddomath.org website, and it's probably going to be under the curriculum tab. So if you go to teacher resources and then click curriculum, I'll have it there. February 27th, which has already passed by the time I'm creating this video, we did a presentation to our Academic Affairs Department, which includes our CAO, Mr. Burton, and our directors from all across the different parts of our district. So they got a preview of what's coming. We're allowed to ask questions and so forth. In March, you're getting this video. Hopefully that's not falling behind schedule. And then we're also having informational meetings for your principal and assistant principals. So those meetings are scheduled as of this video, and we're expecting to have those within the next couple of weeks in the month of March. Also in the month of March, we're going to begin work to connect our Caddo IT department with SpringBoard's IT department. Since this does have a pretty extensive digital component, we want to make sure that there are no glitches there, or as few as possible. And we also are going to set up a contact person in our Caddo IT department who we can go to with any issues that do arise, and that person will be trained and know exactly how to take care of those issues in the most efficient way. Then in April, school administrators are being asked to discuss these changes at a faculty meeting. I'm sure that's probably going to take place as soon as they get some of this information over the next couple of weeks. But we just wanted to make sure that we're establishing that time frame so principals remember to follow through with that. And we're letting you know so that you can both hold each other accountable to that conversation that needs to take place. Also in April, we're going to begin working on our scope and sequence, and we hope in the same month to finalize that scope and sequence. We're not going to change the format at this point unless somebody has some great ideas that comes forward. But we do expect to modify the materials and take out the old and put in the new. Because we're going to be able to use these materials in sequence, this should be a fairly easy process, but I really want to get as many of you involved in that process as possible, so hope to announce some dates very soon, and I hope that it'll work out for you in your schedule and that you'll come join us in that scope and sequence development. Then by May 11th, if not sooner, we're going to try to release those scope and sequence documents to you, the teachers. You know, I don't want to say final documents, because scope and sequence documents in my eyes are sort of ongoing, evolving, and so, but we want to have a really solid piece in place by May 11th and in your hands by May 11th so that you can begin planning for the fall if you so desire. And then that brings us to June and July. This summer, we already have dates scheduled for initial teacher training by SpringBoard trainers. Now, the catch here is that it is a 3-day workshop. And I know that's difficult for some of you to work out in your summer because many of you have your summers well planned already. But I hope you will make every effort possible to attend one of these 3-day workshops. We've made one available in June and one available in July. You can see the dates there on your screen. June 12th through 14th at Huntington High School and July 23rd through 25th at Captain Shreve High School. I'm really hopeful that that will accommodate all of our Caddo teachers. I know that may not be the case, but if for some reason you're not able to make either of those dates, please just send me an email and we will talk about, based on the numbers of emails I receive, we'll talk about what we can do this fall to get you some sort of abbreviated training and answer any questions you may have going into this next school year. Obviously, we want to continue the process of training and discussing, collaborating over this material to make it the best we possibly can for our students. So sometime throughout this summer, we will begin developing plans, probably after our June training. That'll give me a better idea of what it would take to do some ongoing training, what might be needed, and with feedback from you guys, we'll develop a plan over the summer for ongoing professional development, both for incoming new teachers, but also ongoing for the rest of us who have done this in the initial year and want to keep learning more and getting better. So there you have it, our new curriculum materials for high schools and to be implemented this fall in 2018-19 school year. SpringBoard mathematics. I hope you'll get excited about this. I really believe this is going to be a great move for us with alignment, with flexibility for you, with tons of different resources available. I just really believe this is going to be a great thing and help us propel to a new level for our kids in high school math. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope to see you soon. Take care.